Hello and welcome to Security. This is Cesar. So today I'm going to be continuing with the cyber defense Tryhackme pathway, and yeah. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to go through the first couple of rooms and basically just do like a walkthrough of them. At first I didn't want to do these rooms because I thought they were quite basic, but in the end I thought people might still need this as well. So I said let me just go through them quickly. So yeah, let me go right into it. So the first room I'm going to be doing today is the Introductory Networking Room. And if you read through it, it says the aim of this room is to provide a beginner's introduction to the basic principles of networking. Networking is a massive topic, so this will really be just a brief overview. However, it will hopefully give you a foundational knowledge of the topic, which you can build upon for yourself. So we're going to cover the OSI model, TCP/IP model, and how they look in practice. So yeah, first thing is the OSI model with tax 2, and this just gives an overview, and also there's a couple of questions to answer right here. Answers to these questions I found in the notes. So once you read those questions, you should be able to read the notes. You should be able to find the answers to those questions there. The next task is encapsulation, and same thing. There is notes, and the answers are also somewhere in the notes. So once you read that, you should be able to find it there as well. And I think the same thing for the TCP/IP model. The TCP/IP model, you read the notes and you find the answers to the questions somewhere in the notes. So now we're going to networking tools, and the first one we're going to look at is the ping. So ping command is used to test whether a connection to a remote resource is possible. And this is if you're new to networking, this is a command that you're going to be very familiar with very soon, because it is basically very, very important for networking and cybersecurity. So yeah, so it says what is the questions, what command will you use to ping the bbc.co.uk website? And that is simply ping bbc.co.uk. All you have to do is pull up a command prompt or terminal, and yeah, you want to ping the bbc.co.uk. Do that. You can see it's responding with an IPv6 address. So it says ping this website, and what is the IPv4 address? So you ping, all you do is pull up the terminal, and you can paste in that command here. And if you're seeing, what you can do here is, if you're seeing an IPv6 response, you can specify with a flag of 4 to force the ping to be done over IPv4, and yeah, you can find the response in IPv4 instead. So it says what switch lets you set the interval for ping request, and change the interval of send ping request. You can change the interval with the I flag. It says, okay, what will allow you to restrict the request to IPv4? And this is a 4 flag, which we just did. And what if you want to get a more verbose output, you use the V flag. So now we're done with the ping task. The next task is traceroute, and traceroute is a command that is used to map the path your request takes as it gets to the target machine. So, for example, if I want to map out the path my request to a Google server, for example, it's going to take, I can use the traceroute command, and it's going to show me all the routers that all or the hops, basically, to use more technical terms, the hops between my home router and the Google server. So in this example, for example, you can see it uses 13 hops from the router to the Google server. I can also run the same thing here to see how many hops that will be from my own home router. Oh, that's a mistake. So trace routes, google.com. Okay, on Windows, so this way. So you can see it takes 9 hops to go from my home router to the Google server. So yeah, there's some questions to answer as well. It says, which interface do you want threshold to go out from? Basically, let's say you have a computer with 2 interfaces that are connected to the internet. You can specify the internet you want your threshold to be done from, and this is which switch will you use to specify an interface when using threshold. So what I can do is just pull up a terminal. So I'm using the same command that rather than using Windows. So if I do a threshold with the help, you can see all the flags and different options. So it says, what switch do you use to specify an interface? If you go through this, you can see the I flag is used to specify an interface. So if you want to use TCP SYN request, you can also read through this, and you should find it somewhere here. You can see use TCP SYN for threshold routing, and what layer of the TCP IP model will threshold run on by default in Windows. So the threshold runs on layer 3, which is the network layer in the OSI model. And if you remember, if you read this, you see the OSI model, the network layer maps to the internet layer in TCP IP model. So that's the answer for that, the internet layer. So the next task is the whois tool, and whois essentially allows you to query where a domain name is registered to, and you can get information basically about the domain using the whois lookup. So you can read through this and actually perform the task. So it says, perform a whois search on facebook.com. So let's see, whois facebook.com. Give it a second. So yeah, we can see the response. So what the questions that we need to answer are, what is the registrant postal code? And if we scroll through our response, you can see the registrant postal code is this. When was the Facebook domain first registered? Same thing, we can go through our response, and you can see the creation date, which is 29th of March 1997. So it says do the same for Microsoft.com. Give it a couple of seconds. Okay, so we have the responses. Okay, so it says what city is registrant based in? And if you scroll down here, you can see registrant city is Redmond, and it says what's the name of the golf course that is near the registrant address. So what we can do is use the postal code, and what we can do is pull up another window and just search for this and say golf course. So if you look at more places, you can see the one that basically goes with that's able to go into those spaces is the Bellevue golf course. Okay, so what is the registered tech email for Microsoft.com? Same thing, you go through this, and we scroll through it, we should be able to see the tech email, which is this, and that's that task done. Okay, so the next task is the dig, and the dig allows you to perform DNS queries. So yeah, you can read through the notes and answer the questions basically. What is DNS short for? Domain name system. What's the first type of DNS server? So all these questions are going to be found here, and basically, so DNS query shows TTL in seconds, and if it has a TTL of 24 hours, all you have to do is do the multiplication and get it in seconds. And here you can do some research and just search basically what is the IP address of Google DNS servers, and you get this. The rest of the answers are just somewhere in the notes. So yeah, okay, so that's the end of the introductory networking room. It did extend a bit more than I thought it would be, so I'm just gonna do another video for the next task instead of cramming everything into one video. So I hope this has been helpful to at least a few people, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.